The last thing we're going to talk about in this chapter is the circle of fifths. In your textbook on page 70, you actually have a circle of fifths, but I just want to explain to you a little bit about what it is and how it works. The circle of fifths is really just a chart that is there for you and you can memorize it. Some people do. They've just been forced to memorize, or not even forced, they want to memorize how many sharps are in each key, how many flats are in each key. You can just memorize C has no sharps, D has 2 sharps. You can just memorize F has 1 flat, blah, blah, blah. You can memorize it, make flashcards just like a times table. But if you ever want to just be able to refer to the circle of fifths and maybe even draw it on your own, I want to kind of explain to you a little bit about how it works. Well, it's called the circle of fifths for a reason, okay? And I always just think about C as kind of being at the top, kind of like 12 o'clock midnight or the beginning of the brand new day. C is at the top of our circle of fifths, and we're going to just put a 0 there that shows that that's the 0 flats, 0 sharps in C. Now again, it's called the circle of fifths. When you go to the right, or when you go clockwise, for every key that we're going to add on to the circle of fifths, we're going to go up a fifth. Now we're thinking about it kind of like a fifth in that scale. So if we're going up a fifth from C, we're going C, D, E, F, G. That's how we get our fifth. So G comes next. From G, what would be a fifth up from G? G, A, B, C, D. We kind of do it like that, okay? From D we go to A goes to E goes to E, G, B. Now from B, you're also thinking about what would the fifth scale degree be in that key of B. And after B, we're actually going to have F sharp, okay? Because in the key of B, it has an F sharp in it. After F sharp, we're going to have C sharp, because in the key of F sharp, we have a C sharp. So this side over here, these are my sharp keys. And remember, the keys that are the sharp keys are the ones that have sharps in them. C we said was 0, D has 1 sharp, G has 1 sharp, D has 2 sharps, A has 3, we just keep on going from there. Now, does G just have 1 random sharp in it? Oh, let's just put a B sharp in there. No, that has 1 sharp, and remember, we said earlier, flying clowns get drunk at every bar. So G has 1 sharp. G has the first sharp that always appears in the key signature. It only has an F sharp in it. D has 2 sharps. It has F sharp, C sharp. A has 3 sharps. It always has F, C, G in it, etc. So that's where the order of sharps can come into play when using the circle of fifths. Now that's the sharp side, so that's how that works. And remember, these are all plain letter tonics, meaning they're starting on the natural, except for the F sharp and C sharp. So F sharp starts on an F sharp tonic. C sharp, the one with everything sharp, starts on a C sharp as the tonic. Now, when we go counterclockwise, these are the flat keys. It is called the circle of fifths. So remember, we're going by fifths. Clockwise was going up a fifth. When we go counterclockwise, we're actually going down a fifth in that scale. So when you're going down a fifth from C, you count backwards in the alphabet. C, B, A, G, F. So F comes next. When you count down a fifth from F, next you're going to get B. And remember, in the key of F, it has a B flat. And just remember that all the flatted keys we said have flats in them as their tonic. So the only flat key that does not have a flatted tonic again is F. And just memorize F1 flat, B flat. From F, I always just can remember too that it spells bead. And then we have that G flat and we have C flat next. Now if you don't like to count down backwards in the alphabet, rather than counting down a fifth, you're going to get the same results. You're going to get the same F, B flat, E flat, etc. if you count up a fourth. Because in your scale, if this was my scale C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, when we count down a fifth from my tonic, we come to F. We get that same F if we go up a fourth. So either way, if you want to count up a fourth. If you want to count down backwards in the alphabet, count down a fifth. So again, after F, it spells the word bead, and then comes G flat and C flat. From there, F has that 1 flat, B flat 2, E flat 3, etc. Oh, what did I do? 1, 2, 3. Why did I do that? That was silly. So after 4 comes 5, 6, 7. I guess I forgot how to count. So anyway, if F has 1 flat, now remember the flats are in reverse order from here. So the order of flats, let me see where I can write that. I'll just reverse that, or erase this right here. The order of flats, remember, is bead, go call Fred. So when F has 1 flat, it's that B flat. When B flat has 2 flats, it's B flat and E flat. E flat has 3, it's B, E, and A flat. Some people will just memorize this circle of fifths and how to draw it. And from there, some students might not even know what those sharps or flats are. They just know that when they see a key signature that has, say, 3 sharps, they've already memorized 3 sharps is A. And they look at it, 3 sharps, okay, that's the key of A, without even thinking about the last sharp to the right, going up the half step. They've just memorized it. Either way, you're going to get to your key. So this just is the circle of fifths, kind of explains that if you ever hear that term from there. And it's a good thing to know, and it is a fundamental of music, as our class name states. So hopefully that explains the circle of fifths to you, and you kind of can understand the workings of the circle of fifths. In your book, it doesn't list the natural minors or the relative minors, but it would work the same way, and sometimes you can find circle of fifths that have the relative minor on there, but sometimes you'll just see that the relative minors are written on the inside of the circle or on the outside, and you would have that the relative minor of C would be A, the relative minor of G would be your E, etc. So if you ever see a relative minor circle of fifths, it's working the same way, except it's just starting with A as your tonic and going up a fifth from there to the clockwise way, and it would work the same way when you went the reverse way. So go ahead and finish your circle of fifths homework, and please email me or post if you have any questions about this.